not ever take people for granted. Don't you ever take people for granted. Always remember that. If you take people for granted, you're going to fail. They're not going to fail at all in life. Over and over and over, I have seen it. The people who try to take shortcut, try to dodge people, try to fool people, try to take an advantage of them, try to take people for granted, they are the one who fail, not the people who have taken as granted by the others. I have seen in my life many businesses failed. Many business failed. Very successful business failed. Why did they fail? Because they took banks to granted. They thought that the bank they could fail, they could fool. Well, you can fool somebody for some time, but you cannot fool somebody forever. So who lost the business? Who failed in business? The people who took banks for granted. Banks loaned them money on honest trust. They are the one who broke the trust. So who failed? They failed. Sure, bank lost some money, but banks are still in the business. Majority of people who dodge or who cheated the banks, they're the one who failed. I have seen, and I'm sure that you have heard about too, many stories, hundreds of stories like that, when people were doing really great in business and public thought that they are good businessmen and good companies, and people invested their money with them, and the greed and also cheating people that kicked in them. They thought that they can get away from it, and they did for some time. But eventually, all these people who took banks and other people for granted, they failed. I'm going to give you an example here, and it's a very good example. I recently bought a property. That property was $250,000. So I thought that, well, I don't borrow money from people, but so I thought that, well, this time I'm going to get some money from the bank. And also, somebody also told me that she can help me, even though I never asked her help, but she said that she can help me and lend me the money without any interest. But the bank was charging 7.5% interest. So I borrowed about $90,000 from the bank, and I also borrowed about $120,000 from this person who lent me the money without any interest. So the bank, my goal was to pay off the bank first. And I explained to the person who lent me $120,000 that I'm going to pay off the bank first, then I'm going to pay her. So what happened, within a 6 months, I made a big payments to the bank and also kept my business running and everything. So bank was paid off. Then somebody in the family said that, well, now we don't have to pay interest on $120,000 we borrowed from this person, so we can make the payment in small segments. I said no. I said this is not her fault that she loaned the money to us and not charging us any interest. She can easily charge the interest to the business on the loan. But I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I wanted to pay her before I would have paid the bank, because this person put 100% trust in us and trust in me. So I wanted to pay her. I didn't want her to get disappointed, or I did not want to take her for granted. So once I paid off the bank, then ball is in my court. How soon I pay her off so that I will be debt free. I first of all don't believe in debt. Debt bothers me more than anything. It keeps me up all night long as I owe somebody money. So I pretty much keep myself debt free. Now going back to the story, so this person said that we can make a smaller payment to her and pay off her debt. He was not suggesting that we shouldn't pay her, but he was basically suggesting that we can take some of the money out and then invest in the mutual funds and in the stock market, and some of the money we will pay out toward the debt. My goal was to pay her off within 6 months, and he was suggesting to pay her off in 10 months. I said absolutely not. It's not going to happen under my watch. Why I did not want to do that? First reason, if somebody puts a trust in you and not even charging you an interest rate of any kind, you have to honor and you have to respect that person. I told that guy, I said we paid the bank first because the bank was charging 7.5% interest. So the bank was making money. This person is not making any money off of us. We should be paying her first, then paying the bank first. But she said, no, we should go ahead and pay the bank off. So I paid the bank off first. But this young man was thinking about not really cheating or taking advantage of the situation, but basically taking for her as granted. You never want to do that. Even if you would have paid, or I would have paid the money in 10 months, but I would have broken down some trust in her. Because back in her mind, she would have definitely thought, or she would definitely think, that when bank was charging interest, we went ahead and paid them first, but now she's not charging an interest, so we are taking her for granted. You never want to do that in business. You never want to do it in any situation, let alone with money. They are the people who make you successful, or they are the people who actually make you fail in business or fail in relationship or fail in life, because they have put their 100% trust in you and you are betraying them. So this is what happens in life, and this is what happens in business also. You don't want to take people for granted. The people who are good to you, you make sure that you're good to them. You make sure that you honor your word. You make sure that you pay them before you do anything else. You will never fail in business. You will never fail in personal relationship. You will never fail in life. This is the key ingredient in business. Pay off your debt. And mostly the debt to the people who have put trust in you. You pay back them before you pay anybody else. This is the message. If you want to be successful in business and successful in life, build trust with people. Build trust in people. You will never ever fail. This is the very first ingredient to be successful in life. You do not want to let your creditors down. You will never fail in business. So don't take granted of people. Do the way the business and life teaches you. Do the right way. This is message in this short video. Thank you very much for watching the video. I always say last in my video that this is an educational video. Learn something. These are very simple, small messages in my video. And also, build your financial future. The way you build your financial future is to earn, take out 60 to 80% of their earned income, then invest that income into real estate, mutual funds, bonds, wherever you feel comfortable. It's a long-term investments. for you, and that will build you your financial backbone. Be successful, be nice to people, subscribe, like, and share my channel. This is how I'm gonna generate some income for myself. If my YouTube channel is successful, then I'm gonna generate some income. This is an educational video and you learn something. So this is subscribing, liking, sharing will build up my channel. So I generate some income. And remember that nothing is free in life. We put a lot of efforts to make videos for you. Thank you so much. I will see you in next video. Bye-bye.